よし、Go live. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay.
Okay, Sharma.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday service, May 21st at 9 a.m. This is our special Tanjo-E service. So today, we're very fortunate that we are able to celebrate the birthday of our founder of Jodo Shinshu Denomination, our Master Shinran Shonin. I'm Shinran Nakamoto, and I'll be your MC today. Shinran Shonin is really why we're all here today and connected with our Shin Buddhism. Shinran was born on April 1st, on May 21st for the Western calendar in the year of 1173 in Hino, which is in the Kyoto area. He started his life as a monk, ordination at age 9 in Mount Hiei Monastery. He spent 20 years there in a very difficult monastic life. And at age 29, he decided to find his meaning of life and encountered Master Honen, who opened him up to the path of Nembutsu. The Nembutsu teaching is the base for us, all of us Shin Buddhist followers, which is why we're all here today and have the opportunity to acquaint with each other and learn the teachings together. We'll now have the entering of Reverend Marcos Sawada. Please rise if you are able to for the invocation.
Today, before the altar, we chant Namira Buddha. We gather together to observe the Tanjo-E, that means the serve or celebrate the birthday of our founder of Jodo Shinshu Denomination, Master Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin was born on May 21st in the year of 1173 in Hino, Kyoto Area. He started his life as a monk ordination at 9 years old at Mount Hiei Monastery. He spent 20 years there in hard monastic life. At 29 years old, he decided to find his means of life and encountered Master Honen, who opened his to the path of the Nembutsu. Nembutsu teachings are based for our denomination, Shin Buddhist followers. It's the path to awaken the happiness through the Hongan, Buddha's deepest wish. From Shinran and important Dharma teachers, awakening us to respect our existence here and the spread the Nembutsu, our way to living this life. Listening, hearing the teachings, making us aware about this other power directly. This gathering is a gift we receive from Him, an opportunity to encounter Buddha Dharma and to reflect on how we are living our life and to relive the pain and the suffering that permits human life. May we continue to gain inspiration from the members of Master Shinran, receive his encouragement to continue to our study of the Buddha Dharma, to come to appreciate our own lives and to live together without Buddha. Let's be reminded that those important to understand that this must be never end. In this occasion, may we confirm our commitment to listen every more diligent the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha and the Master Shonin, the Shinran Shonin, the teachings of the Nembutsu. Respectfully, Gassho Shakujinen on May 21st, 2023. Please, I ask our hands together in Gassho. A moment of meditation. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Please turn to page 46 in your service book for the VANDANA TI-SARANA and followed by Shinshu SHUKA on page 111. Please rise if you're able to.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Omniscient, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami Sangam Saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Buddhaya.
Page 111, Shinshu Shuka. Please be seated. We'll now have the chanting of Shoshinge, which can be found on page 20 to 34 in your service book, followed with Nembutsu on page 35 and Wasam 36 to 38. Shoshinge, the formal title is Shoshin Nembutsu Ge, is the Gatha of the Nembutsu of True Awakening. This is a poem written by Shinran Shonin, which is included in his major work, in the Jodo Shinshu. The Gatha is an exposition of the Pure Land teaching and is written in classical Chinese. The chanting of sutras and other texts is a custom that is preserved in all Buddhist denominations. Since these chants are in languages that we no longer understand, they're not chanted for comprehension, but also as a form of meditation. So at our temple, we are encouraging everyone to chant together, and through participation in the chanting, the full experience of our Shin Buddhist service is realized. So please join us today. Shoshinge.
무료 중요라이 아무부가시기고 오소보사이니지자이세지자이오부쇼 도켄쇼부조도이 고쿠도닌덴시센마부 공유무조슈쇼간 조호계우다이구세 고코시유이시쇼주 유세뇨쇼몬지포 부호무료무행코 무게무다이코엔노 쇼조감기지에코 우단난시무쇼코 쇼니치가코 쇼진세
一切群上不幸症本願名号症状後死心心行願に上等学所大涅槃一死滅度願成就如来所以公出世唯世弥陀本
You may
願
come
会
forward at this time to
五
offer
辱
incense.
悪事群上会往生如来如実言
農法一年 TI 新不断本の特例藩本性逆法さえ入入春死入会一味摂取進行上昇後異の水波無明暗頓内心相死運無上空心地心人天異名日光不運無運無資源名無安逆心謙虚大狂気即応徴税合悪種一切善悪本部人問心如来偶世願仏言古代小芸者聖人名踏んだりけみだ部本観念部邪見狂慢悪臭情信行十字人に難中死難昔祭典死論下中華自治域史こそ現代諸公聖書意妙如来本税大き釈迦如来両河線一種五名南天竺流十大自主とせ実無在派無権先生大乗無常召喚義理小安楽賢治難病六六心行異行指導楽国内弥陀不本願自念即知入律上唯名上昇如来語法大悲偶税音天神菩薩増論世奇妙無下光如来平修たら謙信寺公正王朝大聖願こういう本願力栄光異道文上昇一心非入苦毒大崩壊逸逆入大永収集特使蓮華造世界即昇進女法昇進有本の人間人図入生寺四寺要下本寺鈍乱両天使上高乱消防さらい三蔵ルシ十上教本性専業気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見世願王言栄光ゆたりき少女死因唯心人漠然本部新人法承知承知即涅槃一死無量光明道 小雨修正回復系同社結晶道南省結名浄土活入万全地域変言宗円満特合感染症三風三神軽音言増魔法明道品一生増悪地具税思案尿解消妙化
洗脳独名無所意
公愛上三陽逆悪公明明語見因縁海流本願大智慧行者小樹金剛心狂気一年総合用意大東逆三人即所保障市場楽原神公開一大教偏気安養感一切先祖終身反戦人法家二道小弁流国中悪人唯勝負が薬剤費摂取中煩悩証言水風剣大費無限上昇が本次元空妙仏教連民全幕本部に新宗教書後編集戦弱本願具悪性現来生じ臨伝下血地議場一生し即入弱上無意楽必致新人異能入仏教大事修士と上際無変極辱悪同族自主具道心唯化心しそうせ
南無阿弥陀仏
ナムアミダアブナムアミダアブナムアミダブナムアミダアブナムアミダブナムアミ
弥陀上部のこの方は
今に実行を得たまえり発心の降臨極もなく背の猛妙を照らすなり知恵の光明計りなし無量の諸相ことごとく公共かむらぬものはなし信じ妙に奇妙せよ下駄の降臨極もなし高速が かなると述べたも平等確に奇妙せよ幸運無限よ国一切のうげに触りなし光沢かむらぬものぞなき難思議を奇妙せよ少女巧妙並びなし武士公のゆえなれば一切の合計も除こりぬ一挙へよ奇妙せよ仏教所最大一公園の仏と名付けたり三途の国安美楽なり大道具を奇妙せよ
元日功徳
平等性一切同法菩提心往生安楽
I take your refuge amid the way of promise to gain Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We vow to give you throughout this merit of truth, to get to raise the mind of God and awaken to the realm of serenity and joy. Namandabu, 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 Namandabu.
We'll now have the reading, Ofumi reading, on page 107 in your service book. On faith as fundamental.
On faith as fundamental. That's cool. What's taught by Master Shinran and in his school is that faith is fundamental. For when we cast away the sundry practices and single-hearted take refuge in Amida, birth in the Pure Land is assured by the Buddha through the inconceivable working of the law. Attain this state and also described as entering with the awakening on the one-thought moment of interest, the company of those whose birth is truly settled. The Nembutsu saying the name of Buddha should then be understood as the Nembutsu of the great return for Amida's benevolence, through which and the Tathagata has established our birth. Respectfully, I read. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
We'll now have our Dharma talk by Reverend Marco Siller.
Namandabu, Namandabu, Namandabu. Thank you for coming today. Today we celebrate the Shinran's birthday, but actually what we can learn from Shinran. Shinran is like a friend or a master or a person talk is in the deep reflection, like what I need to know, and his inquiries, my inquiries. It's like we try to look at ourselves in really genuine way. This is what Shinran represents. Shinran's, I can say, he had 3 moments important in his life. We say path, gate. What means gate? Gate is a place when open for us, and the path is one you have to walk and continue your journey. And he experienced it. When he was 9 years old, he was taken to the monastery in the age of 9. He lived there 20 years, from 9 to 29 years old. He had made a lot of practices there, all kinds of practices and endeavor you can imagine. He did. He studied hard, but inside he had a lot of questions about what this is my path. This is what I think about my path as a monkey. I cannot really feel any things important in myself. And he was in struggle there 20 years. Then this was the first gate. And this first gate was important to contact Buddhism 20 years in monastic life. We said this. This time they worked like a self-improvement, self-perfection, but he could see no perfection. And then he decided to find the real meaning. At age 29, he tried to find his path and he met Master Honen. And he was involved with Master Honen about only 3 years. But the 2 years, Master Honen told him only Nembutsu. Saying the name is our salvation. Yes, we can be saved. He was intrigued. What does mean? Saved by the name. This recite the name. He was this word from Honen, persecute him, or for a long time. Because this encounter with Honen used to receive a lot of people from different social levels there, social stratums, like warriors, samurais, like nobles, like farmers, all kind of people there used to try to find Honen path. Then Shinran decided to follow Honen. This was the second gate to hearing, no, not to hear, but tell the name, Namo Amidabutsu, you can be saved. Why? I only tell the name, Namo Amidabutsu, Namo, take refuge in Buddha of infinite lives and infinite wisdom. How can I be saved about that? It was his question about that. And he didn't agree about that, but in the same time was his transition for what they think about what is the enlightenment. Enlightenment, this transition for enlightenment, making him about reflection, deep reflection about what does mean this path of life. Who am I? Why am I going? what I have to do. No response, actually. But he had this encounter with Honen. He could understand what something important in his heart was input, like a seed of enlightenment. But enlightenment, he decided to be to Mahayana. What does mean Mahayana? Big vehicle of people of kind. He tried to do the spirit of bodhicitta. Bodhicitta means my enlightenment is not complete with all people. Don't be enlightened one too. Every people. Bodhicitta is a enlightenment. Yes. He was really engaged to see what does mean enlightenment. Then, for long gate path, the third gate of the gate of hearing the name. Hearing Namo Amida Butsu is what Shinran felt, because inside of him, he said, nothing inside of my heart is genuine. I cannot be a person when we have a sincere mind to tell people I don't want to really be enlightened one. I don't believe I do always say Namo Amida Butsu, I can be saved. But these kind of things continue working his mind, and he thought more deep about that, about of questions in his mind, and he came back for a lot of sutras. What means sutras? Sutras start from Shakyamuni Buddha. What Shakyamuni Buddha told, but what is a transformation? What I heard, it's like Ananda in the larger sutra. Ananda say a lot of things. What I heard, this confirmed from people. Sutra means the impermanence of these teachings. What does impermanence? The evolution of these teachings. I heard this, I heard that, I heard this, I heard that. Then we are making like today I'm telling about Sakyamuni Buddha, but this is a lot of, I would say, not being evolution we say, but complement the deep teachings of Buddha. That means sutra. Sutra is alive, is something that, and he decided to go more deep in the larger sutra, and the larger sutra was written about the deep interest in Amida Buddha. The deep interest in Amida Buddha, and you recite the name is important. Recite the name and deep interest. But this is 70th vow and 18th vow of the larger sutra. And the 11th vow is no return. No return and going back. When you enter in these teachings, you don't come back more. You only go to this path. He was intrigued about. But all people can be saved. All people will be saved. It's like a Buddha's aspiration. Your suffering is my suffering. Your happiness is my happiness. I cannot become Buddha if you don't become Buddha first. This is the synthesis of these three vows, 17, 18, but who cannot get the part what Shinran was really intrigued, because there is a part of the sutra said, who commit the five defilement, the five crimes cannot get enlightenment. Or who can ashamed or make problem for the teachers cannot get. That what was the sixth defilement or sixth crime? Kill your mother, kill your father, kill the monks, kill the arahants, kill something the teachings of Buddha and make troubles in the Sangha. This is the five. And one more, the people don't have any any relation or all kind of, this is called Ichsendai, is that people never went nothing about Buddhism, but they cannot be saved. But cannot be saved, this is what Shinran was very in question his mind. That what not can be saved. Then he realized that this Buddhism teachings, it's not like what I'm telling you here. I'm in the position of minister here. But what the people are telling here is not actually the word of this person, but is like we are doing one connection. I'm talking here as a position of minister, but looks like I know more than you, but actually in Buddhism it doesn't work that way. It's like when Ananda met Shakyamuni Buddha, and Ananda told Shakyamuni Buddha, and it's like in our Tambutsuge, oh Gengigi, oh how shiny is this your face, Shakyamuni Buddha? You look so beautiful, shiny, it's so enlightened one. I Shakyamuni Buddha responded, who told you about that? You didn't get enlightenment, but who you can see this? No one told me about that, Shakyamuni Buddha. It's something come to me and tell me by myself. Then in Buddhism we say Butsu so name. Butsu, Buddha, look at the other and they learn from each other. It's like this is Butsu so name. I'm transmit some word from Shakyamuni Buddha, some Shinran Shonin, but actually, in the same time, I mean, look at yourself and you are thinking and you are respond me in different way. Oh, that sensei don't know nothing. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Oh, that and you think to make. And this we learn together. We are not Buddha, but we look at Buddha each other as a Buddha. Right? We have this seed of Buddha. It's like Shakyamuni Buddha realized that enlightenment experience isn't something only myself. That Shinran was in struggle, Honen was in struggle, all master was in struggle because they think that the self power, the self amelioration, or the self skill could be the path of your salvation. Like you study a lot, you do a lot, you make things a lot, you get money, you think this is your salvation. But the result in our world today is we continue making trouble, we continue killing people, denying. This is what the human's wisdom, and that Shinran realized that not this self don't represent, like Shakyamuni Buddha, don't represent the true reality. Then what does mean true reality? That's the question. What is how I can be Buddha? Then it's like we as a human, we can understand only word. W-O-R-D, concept. Good or bad, right or wrong. This is what we understand. Then he realized that Namu Amida Butsu is a way, is the only way where what the Buddha's wisdom come to us. When you say, you do Gassho, for example, here, this gesture, there is a history, a lot of people, a lot of history make this. When you say Namu Amida Butsu, even you don't understand, there is much history than you can imagine. Yeah, this does not come for you only because you came here and decided this is much. And they're like, what do you think this? What Shinran realized that everything is, is like a kind of provisional, like a sign. But if you in this sign, in this provisional, like this ritual, there isn't the essence of the true reality, the truth couldn't be last until today, until this moment. Yeah? This is what this Butsu Soul name is. Buddhas meet, look at each other and understand each other. And this is what we do. Then, because we as a human, we can understand only concept. Namu Amida Butsu was a concept. In this concept, this word, there is we are be saved by this. How I can be saved with this word? Because Namu Amida Butsu means I want to be awakened one. I want to be a Buddha. I want to be a Buddha. Yeah? I want to be better person. I want to live without suffering. But this starts from our point of view, dual, our mind of. But then, if you ask for something, there is a other side that say, okay, I'll give you what you need. You need this truth, you need. Then we can say this. Namu Amida Butsu is an interface, is an interaction. What you need and what they gave you to this your need. Then this is when you say Namu Amida Butsu, the dual become one. Yeah? Only in our mind as a human, you can understand only, please help me, please help me. Okay, yeah, don't go. And the teacher say, Shinran say, go. And the Buddha, Amida Buddha, come. Yeah, this is what you say, Namu Amida Butsu is not only verbalized, is not one action of verbalize. Namu Amida Butsu is this interface, but this faith is really interested in the Buddha's wisdom. But Buddha's wisdom means great compassion. Great compassion means all in this big vehicle are welcome. And it all goes to the ocean. Like you a drop of water, you go to the ocean. Ever goes to the ocean. Ocean was something for that time of Shinran. Shinran didn't know about the ocean. But first time he was exiled to Niigata when he started to be this Nembutsu path. First time he saw the ocean. wow, he was thinking only that only lake, Biwa Lake was the biggest one, but when he looked at that ocean, he was impressed. That means how ocean is the wisdom, yeah, how the wisdom. That was all goes to the ocean. It's not your decision, yeah. This is the working of the Hongan. What does mean Hongan? The deepest aspiration of Buddha to awaken to the true reality. This is works constantly. That Namo Amida Butsus is only a sign, but in this sign is a provisional, but this sign tell you about the truth. You feel the truth inside. That Shinran realized that then why that people commit that 5 defilement and that each Sendai one, the people doesn't matter about, only they have to have interest in Buddhas. Even they have this interest, they cannot be. Actually, in Buddhism, when you say gate or you say path is a continuous. You not understand enlightenment as in your mind. Enlightenment is not like you have perfection, self-perfection. Enlightenment is one impermanence too. Is like a Butsu Sonen, the teachings of Buddha. What all things we are telling today, not what really Shakyamuni Buddha told in that time. Yeah? But from Buddhas and Buddhas and Buddhas and Buddha, we get more comprehension about this, what does mean Buddha's teaching from our conceptual mind. Then the new concept come, destroy the old concept. That means Buddha's teaching is impermanence and make by relation. I can tell I'm a minister here because there is a Sangha here to follow me now. But when I go to the supermarket there, at the grocery store, I'm only one consumer there to buy. But I think this Marcos and that Marcos is the same, but not all is an illusion, this self. When you overcome this self, we can say the path of the Buddha. And the Namwanda Butsu is the concept. But we are enslaved by concept. We go to the prison from the concept, but we are liberated from the concept. What in larger sutta there is a passage of the meditation part of the Nehan Sutra. The Nehan is when Ajasatru killed his father, the prince, the king Bimbasara, and he take this remorse, this every time in his life until met Shakyamuni Buddha, and the Shakyamuni Buddha was almost going to die. Death means go to the nirvana. He was decided, but he said, I have to meet Ajasatru, the king Ajasatru, because he's suffering, because he killed his father. And he was very afraid to go to meet Shakyamuni Buddha, because when he was in the elephant there, some kind of sin or some kind of thing could happen and he could go to the hell. But when he met Shakyamuni Buddha, and the Shakyamuni Buddha told him, oh, this is my last, before I go to the paranirvana, to nirvana, I tell you that you have to, your suffering is my suffering. Your happiness is my happiness. Yeah? I cannot condemn you because I did too. I killed your father too, Shakamoto. Then, since this moment, the Ajasatru heart open. Open to one true mind. What is the true mind? Is if I cannot deny the crime, I cannot deny I killed my father, but I can take this with me if necessary to save, to liberate more people. That's what does mean. Yeah? He wasn't enlightened one, but when he touched one real master like a Shakyamuni Buddha, his mind or his feeling became different. It's like we need this Buddha. We need Buddha. We need a teacher to follow this path. Right? Honen was the teacher of Shinran. But not only Honen, the seven masters before, and Shakyamuni Buddha, and all before Shakyamuni, we need a teacher. We need a doctor. And we need the teachings too. We need the Dharma. And we as a patient, the medicine will be the Dharma. And we as a patient, we take this medicine to look at more in deep way our living here. That means deep interest in Nembutsu. Nembutsu means is a concept, but means you really feel the bodhicitta. You experience the bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the actual true working to the hours ignorance, in light hours ignorance. You don't remove. That way you cannot change you as a human. You cannot become Buddha. But you cannot become Buddha, but means your salvation. You understand your own condition as a human. This is, Buddhism is to you come back, take refuge with the Buddha, means you come back for your condition. You realize you are human. You are living right now here. This is really hard to understand, but the most important legacy of Nembutsu is come from this deep reflection from all Buddhists. The suffering of them is our suffering. Their happiness is our happiness. I cannot become Buddha if you don't become Buddha first. And that if I need to continue as a criminal here, I will be a criminal to save the others criminal. If I have to be as a homeless here, I will be as a homeless here. Then there is a really, I finish my talk with one words expressed by one elderly lady as a myokonin. Myokonin is people don't have so high education, but have a deep interest in Buddha's mind, in the Buddha's teachings. She told, because I can't control my body, I do Namo Amida Butsu. Because I cannot control my feelings, I do Namo Amida Butsu. Because as a parent, I cannot control my children, my child, my son and daughter, or understand others. I do Namo Amida Butsu. Because Namo Amida Butsu doesn't work for me, I do Namo Amida Butsu. That means, what is this reflection? Namo Amida Butsu is not to this self. Namo Amida Butsu come to you. Is a real, is an actual wisdom come to you. And you feel this light. This light is a great compassion of Buddha Amiga. Thank you for today. Your hands together in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei. Is there anyone does anyone have anything they'd like to share today?
Bill, you can share something you want there? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you can share something you hear, or you can share what did you feel when you listen to some teaching. Oh, I think you, or if you don't want, if you want. Is there someone? Bill or Darren? Bill wrote one really nice article for the next issue.
I can say a little bit about it.
Okay.
Come on up. Thank you, Bill.
Well, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I just, I was honored to be asked to write a little bit for the Jushin newsletter. And, you know, it's just, the only thing I could really say at this point is that I grew up in the Jodo Shinshu faith of Buddhism in Southern California. But then once I got into the adult world of my Navy career and moving around, I lost contact with that. I lost, I guess, the focus on practicing it. And so I hadn't gone back. And so it's been decades. Even I grew up from nursery school all the way up until I left home. I grew up with the Jodo Shinshu faith. It's like I've never been. I came here to take care of my mother, and then over time we moved over here to this house next door, and lo and behold, the temple right on the other side of the fence was a temple that is the same sect of Buddhism I grew up with. And you know, as I was semi-retired, I got to thinking, you know, maybe I'd like to start refreshing that, what I grew up with. And so I started coming and engaging in some of the activities, and I've just really loved what I've reconnected with. So I'm still learning, and it's amazing how much you forget, at least how much I forgot. And so it's like I never really embraced it before. So all the things from the chanting to the different events and process, it's just all new to me, but it's very refreshing. And I'm just learning that things are pretty simple in life, even after going through my own Navy career and family life. There's a lot that I could still grow from, I guess, spiritually through renewed faith. It's just a lot of fun, actually. I'm just enjoying everything, and I'm learning all the stuff that I either forgot or never really learned after all those years of growing up in it. So, and I just like being here, meeting everybody. I know we're a small group, small congregation, but it really doesn't matter to me. I love helping out and having a simple approach to things and kind of enjoying a simple life again. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Namanda.
Thank you, Bill. I think everyone has a story of their own on their connection to, whether it be the temple or to someone here at the temple. When Darren first came, we didn't know we had a connection also through his mom. And so I think everybody has a story, and I think, again, I'm so grateful that our Shin Buddhism teaching, it's so simple. You just come as you are, say the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, and we can all learn together. And I think every Sunday we learn something different. And I think the wanting to learn and appreciation of learning something different, hearing each other's stories, whether it be what we did last week and what happened, or connections from the past, I think that's really what makes us and makes our lives a little more fuller. So thank you for everyone for sharing and being here with us. Okay, if we could all rise, we'll have the singing of GATHA Ondoksan 1 in Japanese on page 112. Sorry.
The 9, I think 9. 9 or 5. 9. Japanese.
Okay, let's try again. Thank you. Please be seated. This concludes our service today, our special Tanjo-E service. Thank you for attending. Do we have any announcements? Sensei?
Yeah, only
The one?
bone services
Okay.
dates. Hatsubon will be 29. I'm sending
July.
a letter for invitation for the people who attended. The following day, in July 30, we have the bone service here. Bone service,
What time?
9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Hatsubon service will be 2 p.m.
Okay, so that's July 29th, Saturday, 2 p.m. for Hatsubon. Those are families who had lost a loved one for the very first year.
Yeah.
The 1 year memorial, right?
Till
Yeah.
till June of the
June of last year till July June of this year. Ulabon service then would be any Obon memorial service, doesn't matter how many years ago your loved one passed away. That service is July 30th on Sunday at 9. Okay. I do have one announcement. If anybody's interested, the main temple that's doing Hongwanji is having, but this coming week, I should say, Tuesday, May 23rd. The movie that's being featured is Hiroshima. So it's a black and white subtitle. It starts at 6:30 till 8 o'clock. So if anybody's interested, that's at the main temple, Tuesday the 23rd from 6:30 to 8. They have movie night every so often, so I guess in celebrating, trying to, in honor of the Peace Day, they're showing the Hiroshima film. Please join us for refreshments downstairs, and thank you for attending today.